Can he see at night? Can he see at night? We need to buy food for the week. We need to buy food for the week. They like to swim in the pool. They like to swim in the pool. Was my mother-in-law a singer? Was my mother-in-law a singer? Your uncle was a lifeguard. Your uncle was a lifeguard. No one will miss you. No one will miss you. Can I go to the virtual desktop button? Can I go to the virtual desktop button? Can't you reduce it? Can't you reduce it? The nurse will assist you with post-operative care. The nurse will assist you with post-operative care. We didn't do column writing at lunchtime. We didn't do column writing at lunchtime. I'm sorry, I can't smile. I'm sorry, I can't smile. Keep your head down and work hard. Keep your head down and work hard. His wife is a fashion designer. His wife is a fashion designer. How are you? How are you? Very far. Very far. This is very enjoyable. This is very enjoyable. It would expand after 2 nights. It would expand after 2 nights. Wasn't I chosen? Wasn't I chosen? Tutor the grandchild? Tutor the grandchild? The large crowd laughed at the lawyer's late arrival. The large crowd laughed at the lawyer's late arrival. He would raise his voice when he got angry. He would raise his voice when he got angry. The train leaves at 7 o'clock. The train leaves at 7 o'clock. John is aware of this. John is aware of this. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Will we build immediately? Will we build immediately? Was your son a journalist? Was your son a journalist? Her husband is a lawyer. Her husband is a lawyer. You may not be able to analyze it right away. You may not be able to analyze it right away. Should we seek more expert advice? Should we seek more expert advice? Can't he make a promise right away? Can't he make a promise right away? We appreciate your feedback about your experience. We appreciate your feedback about your experience. Is your stepdaughter an usher? Is your stepdaughter an usher? He loves going to concerts. He loves going to concerts. What else do I like? What else do I like? I have to go back to school. I have to go back to school. They ate ice cream. They ate ice cream. You must be quiet in the library. You must be quiet in the library. My sister was driving the car. My sister was driving the car. They could bloom every day. They could bloom every day. The past tense form also hurts. The past tense form also hurts. Is there any cheese left? Is there any cheese left? Were their parents auditors? Were their parents auditors? We have a meeting in an hour. We have a meeting in an hour. Be diligent. Be diligent. I will listen to your heart and lungs. I will listen to your heart and lungs. Can I navigate to the Groove Music app button? Can I navigate to the Groove Music app button? I have a pack of paint. I have a pack of paint. Can you recommend a local dish? Can you recommend a local dish? How much does the bus ticket cost? How much does the bus ticket cost? His nephew is a congressman. His nephew is a congressman. They will not teach. They will not teach. Was he going to be an ambassador every month? Was he going to be an ambassador every month? Was our grandmother a tailor? Was our grandmother a tailor? We don't want to be late. We don't want to be late. The movie tells a true story. The movie tells a true story. Do you have to give a job? Do you have to give a job? How do you want to cook? How do you want to cook? The beach is very beautiful. The beach is very beautiful. I have to tinker often. I have to tinker often. Your sister was a garbage collector. Your sister was a garbage collector. They hate waiting in line. They hate waiting in line. Can I refill my apricot juice? Can I refill my apricot juice? Did you come every day? Did you come every day? You will soon be taken to the operating room. You will soon be taken to the operating room. He could find work in the city. He could find work in the city. What is your blood type? What is your blood type? There is 0 chance of rain today. There is 0 chance of rain today. Can I have my salad without croutons? Can I have my salad without croutons? There are 9 books on the shelf. There are 9 books on the shelf. Was your friend a field officer? Was your friend a field officer? Should I go to a virologist after a month? Should I go to a virologist after a month? Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your pen? We should have a game night. We should have a game night. Can it produce immediately? Can it produce immediately? Prove that you can do it. Prove that you can do it. It's in pretty good shape. It's in pretty good shape. I will start a new business. I will start a new business. The baby is babbling. The baby is babbling. Can you insist? Can you insist? The nurse will come to check on you soon. The nurse will come to check on you soon. Were his parents foresters? Were his parents foresters? Doesn't it destroy at dawn? Doesn't it destroy at dawn? We have a spelling test on Friday. We have a spelling test on Friday. How do you spell the name? How do you spell the name? Couldn't get over it. Couldn't get over it. It will stop at noon. It will stop at noon. You shouldn't take it. You shouldn't take it. So that's the story. So that's the story. They can kiss every year. They can kiss every year. Will they wear it after 5 years? Will they wear it after 5 years? Why don't we have lunch today? Why don't we have lunch today? Wasn't he a locksmith every month? Wasn't he a locksmith every month? Can you manage for 2 weeks? Can you manage for 2 weeks? They were generally not female police officers. They were generally not female police officers. Her mother-in-law was a poet. Her mother-in-law was a poet. Do they need to object immediately? Do they need to object immediately? I often go for walks in the park. I often go for walks in the park. They need to remove it. They need to remove it. Thanks for the trip. Thanks for the trip. You shouldn't dance at noon. You shouldn't dance at noon. What do you usually buy there? What do you usually buy there? Our parents are botanists. Our parents are botanists. Whose voice did I hear? Whose voice did I hear? His house is cleaner than mine. His house is cleaner than mine. Is his aunt a rapper? Is his aunt a rapper? Are we waiting for anyone? Are we waiting for anyone? May not feel it at times. May not feel it at times. Was I shedding every week? Was I shedding every week? Can I go to the bridge? Can I go to the bridge? Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. It does not calculate annually. It does not calculate annually. The river is under the bridge. The river is under the bridge. I'm really interested in football. I'm really interested in football. Here is the information you want. Here is the information you want. Should you generally practice medicine? Should you generally practice medicine? We usually cannot turn it off. We usually cannot turn it off. Are you hiring? Are you hiring? Have you ever been to Atlanta? Have you ever been to Atlanta? He is a talented painter. He is a talented painter. We will send it to you after today. We will send it to you after today. She cooked a delicious meal. She cooked a delicious meal. They are afraid of the dark. They are afraid of the dark. My mother was a dermatologist. My mother was a dermatologist. Aren't they surrounded? Aren't they surrounded? Children are playing in the park. Children are playing in the park. They swam in the ocean. They swam in the ocean. We met them on the beach. We met them on the beach. There are 12 months in a year. There are 12 months in a year. I'm very curious about this scenario. I'm very curious about this scenario. How did you miss the deadline? How did you miss the deadline? Can clean after 2 weekends. Can clean after 2 weekends. I run in the park every morning. I run in the park every morning. There's a birthday party tomorrow. There's a birthday party tomorrow. Is his son a contractor? Is his son a contractor? Can it support normally? Can it support normally? Your comfort is our priority. Your comfort is our priority. Are you ready to start the game? Are you ready to start the game? Can you watch my bag? Can you watch my bag? He had previously worked as a teacher. He had previously worked as a teacher. Are you going to the party tonight? Are you going to the party tonight? It snows a lot in winter. It snows a lot in winter. Can you lend me a pen? Can you lend me a pen? It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get distracted. They danced at the party. They danced at the party. I need to prepare a report. I need to prepare a report. I will roll every week. I will roll every week. Will he iron after a month? Will he iron after a month? Was your wife a sailor? Was your wife a sailor? Now I want to order dessert. Now I want to order dessert. Do you have gluten-free appetizers? Do you have gluten-free appetizers? Is your brother a lumberjack? Is your brother a lumberjack? Can't he lobby now? Can't he lobby now? Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. I generally couldn't occupy it. I generally couldn't occupy it. After 2 years, I became a night watchman. After 2 years, I became a night watchman. My sons are good children. My sons are good children. Do you have any? Do you have any? They would listen. They would listen. I enjoy playing basketball. I enjoy playing basketball. Won't you publish? Won't you publish? What do you want? What do you want? Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Can I go to the multitasking button? Can I go to the multitasking button? Bee is the busiest insect. Bee is the busiest insect. The country's culture is reflected in its food and art. The country's culture is reflected in its food and art. I'd like to order. I'd like to order. He will take care of it. He will take care of it. Was your stepmother a poet? Was your stepmother a poet? This will happen in our lifetime. This will happen in our lifetime. Your stepson was the second man. Your stepson was the second man. Should benefit from it. Should benefit from it. The production values are excellent. The production values are excellent. I'm crazy about football. I'm crazy about football. Can we have a large pizza with pepperoni? Can we have a large pizza with pepperoni? Can it teach sometimes? Can it teach sometimes? They respond to my silence. They respond to my silence. What is your seat number? What is your seat number? He studied abroad in Spain. He studied abroad in Spain. His grandfather is a juggler. His grandfather is a juggler. Your neighbor is a dock worker. Your neighbor is a dock worker. I want to pass this on to Tommy. I want to pass this on to Tommy. I need to memorize a poem. I need to memorize a poem. He never eats spicy food. He never eats spicy food. The fog is thickening outside. The fog is thickening outside. We also served as president from time to time. We also served as president from time to time. Geologist every day? Geologist every day? He remembers his childhood. He remembers his childhood. As luck would have it. As luck would have it. Present continuous time. Present continuous time. John deserves a promotion. John deserves a promotion. Their parents are more ironic. Their parents are more ironic. Were they challenging? Were they challenging? Will we travel? Will we travel? Can you inform us? Can you inform us? Was your brother-in-law a stylist? Was your brother-in-law a stylist? You were a nurse. You were a nurse. The sun set in the evening. The sun set in the evening. Where is all your money? Where is all your money? I saw my old friend at the mall. I saw my old friend at the mall. Can't you apply then? Can't you apply then? The baby cried all night. The baby cried all night. They have dinner at 6 p.m. They have dinner at 6 p.m. Eggs are delicious. Eggs are delicious. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure I agree. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not sure I agree. Can I have some extra napkins, please? Can I have some extra napkins, please? His neighbor was a welder. His neighbor was a welder. How many pillows are on the bed? How many pillows are on the bed? I'm afraid you're wrong. I'm afraid you're wrong. I am honored to be on this journey with all of you. I am honored to be on this journey with all of you. He bought new shoes. He bought new shoes. Was our stepdaughter our coach? Was our stepdaughter our coach? I became so invested in the stories of these characters. I became so invested in the stories of these characters. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. Can we get these files? Can we get these files? Our stepsister is an artist. Our stepsister is an artist. The baby cried all night. The baby cried all night. Can't get off the ship. Can't get off the ship. Can I eat my salad with balsamic dressing? Can I eat my salad with balsamic dressing? These flowers are very beautiful. These flowers are very beautiful. He is renting an apartment. He is renting an apartment. Let's do this. Let's do this. He didn't write every year. He didn't write every year. He's going to a party tonight. He's going to a party tonight. Can I get you something to eat? Can I get you something to eat? Do we rarely suit? Do we rarely suit? We are here to support you during your recovery at home. We are here to support you during your recovery at home. His grandchildren were filmmakers. His grandchildren were filmmakers. What is your most popular dish? What is your most popular dish? Can I have a coffee with cream and sugar? Can I have a coffee with cream and sugar? I may not do journalism every month. I may not do journalism every month. I will branch out. I will branch out. Don't we usually do jewelry? Don't we usually do jewelry? We shouldn't send it. We shouldn't send it. I go to school every day. I go to school every day. I will have dinner. I will have dinner. Can he draw after an hour? Can he draw after an hour? Your grandchildren were organizers. Your grandchildren were organizers. Why are we meeting? Why are we meeting? Were you a lecturer then? Were you a lecturer then? Is your grandson a potter? Is your grandson a potter? His grandchildren are CEOs. His grandchildren are CEOs. Kidnapped after 5 weeks? Kidnapped after 5 weeks? Can't we add 4 months later? Can't we add 4 months later? Is it resolved immediately? Is it resolved immediately? As the sun rises, I am not a doctor. As the sun rises, I am not a doctor. He is good at math. He is good at math. Your stepsister was a nurse. Your stepsister was a nurse. They can always make war. They can always make war. Can you turn the music up? Can you turn the music up? Do you have gluten-free bread? Do you have gluten-free bread? These flowers are beautiful. These flowers are beautiful. He is a talented photographer. He is a talented photographer. I'm going to the bar. I'm going to the bar. She is so beautiful. She is so beautiful. He's as fast as you. He's as fast as you. It was raining when I went out. It was raining when I went out. Do you like pizza? Do you like pizza? Can I get your number? Can I get your number? He can play guitar. He can play guitar. What a great idea! What a great idea! The sun is really strong today. The sun is really strong today. They are playing in the park. They are playing in the park. Was his stepbrother a director? Was his stepbrother a director? Were my relatives babysitters? Were my relatives babysitters? Could you do butchering last year? Could you do butchering last year? You are a good example. You are a good example. They are familiar with the area. They are familiar with the area. My nephew was a salesman. My nephew was a salesman. Won't you increase? Won't you increase? You are a loyal friend. You are a loyal friend. After lunch I took a nap. After lunch I took a nap. Can we survive? Can we survive? You wouldn't demand it. You wouldn't demand it. Should you recommend soon? Should you recommend soon? The prison sentence was very harsh. The prison sentence was very harsh. I will definitely forward your message to the doctor. I will definitely forward your message to the doctor. I used to live in New York. I used to live in New York. Shouldn't we love it? Shouldn't we love it? Can I go to favorites? Can I go to favorites? Give me a break. Give me a break. It should record as the sun rises. It should record as the sun rises. He needs to learn to swim. He needs to learn to swim. You can approach later. You can approach later. Do you have a family history of this condition? Do you have a family history of this condition? Confusion matrix. Confusion matrix. We are always welcome. We are always welcome. Can I go to the notifications and actions button? Can I go to the notifications and actions button? My cousins are illusionists. My cousins are illusionists. Was my son an orthopedist? Was my son an orthopedist? The house has been recently renovated. The house has been recently renovated. I'm going to the park. I'm going to the park. The school bus picks us up. The school bus picks us up. Have you been to America before? Have you been to America before? Are you an auditor at night? Are you an auditor at night? Won't we be actors soon? Won't we be actors soon? Yes, I love fresh produce. Yes, I love fresh produce. Shouldn't I be a congressman for 10 years? Shouldn't I be a congressman for 10 years? Her grandmother is a manicurist. Her grandmother is a manicurist. Sometimes they have to agree. Sometimes they have to agree. Starting a new business is a risky venture. Starting a new business is a risky venture. His brothers were grocers. His brothers were grocers. The baby is crawling on the floor. The baby is crawling on the floor. You'll be cleared in 2 weeks. You'll be cleared in 2 weeks. We flew to Paris last summer. We flew to Paris last summer. It doesn't suggest anything. It doesn't suggest anything. I want the bruschetta appetizer. I want the bruschetta appetizer. He arrived on time for breakfast. He arrived on time for breakfast. We shouldn't catch it next year. We shouldn't catch it next year. He is in charge of the project. He is in charge of the project. We did not visit. We did not visit. Let's continue to lead by example. Let's continue to lead by example. Can I go to the flag? Can I go to the flag? Did they paint a week ago? Did they paint a week ago? Live within your means. Live within your means. Were your relatives designers? Were your relatives designers? I was an athlete every month. I was an athlete every month. How much money does he have? How much money does he have? Dad, let's play a game please. Dad, let's play a game please. One can become a monk in 2 weeks. One can become a monk in 2 weeks. He forgives him for his mistakes. He forgives him for his mistakes. Was his stepsister a plumber? Was his stepsister a plumber? I don't notice anything special about him. I don't notice anything special about him. Can't it rise? Can't it rise? I will create at sunrise. I will create at sunrise. Will plan normally. Will plan normally. I am unemployed. I am unemployed. As soon as possible. As soon as possible. Your relatives are vice presidents. Your relatives are vice presidents. I need your help. I need your help. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. I worry sometimes. I worry sometimes. Who's that? He is my brother. Who's that? He is my brother. Have you ever tried scuba diving? Have you ever tried scuba diving? My father is fixing the broken chair. My father is fixing the broken chair. Can't report sometimes? Can't report sometimes? Let's stick to the agenda. Let's stick to the agenda. I read that book 3 times. I read that book 3 times. I have health insurance. I have health insurance. The characters feel very real. The characters feel very real. Where are you from? Where are you from? I have to study for a history exam on Wednesday. I have to study for a history exam on Wednesday. I'd like a glass of Carmenere, please. I'd like a glass of Carmenere, please. Tom wants to go to Japan. Tom wants to go to Japan. Do I rarely need to foreman? Do I rarely need to foreman? He drank a glass of water. He drank a glass of water. We met them at the party. We met them at the party. Don't be late for the meeting. Don't be late for the meeting. I wish you the best for your new position. I wish you the best for your new position. Excuse me, can you help me with this? Excuse me, can you help me with this? His stepbrother is a sports reporter. His stepbrother is a sports reporter. Can't they escape sometimes? Can't they escape sometimes? The house was built with bricks. The house was built with bricks. I went when I was at school. I went when I was at school. It should be cold after a week. It should be cold after a week. Should not limit. Should not limit. You didn't tell anyone, did you? You didn't tell anyone, did you? We are here to support you on your recovery journey. We are here to support you on your recovery journey. We are committed to providing the best care possible. We are committed to providing the best care possible. The action sequences are mind-blowing. The action sequences are mind-blowing. He may not deny it every week. He may not deny it every week. Relatives were caregivers. Relatives were caregivers. He finished reading the book. He finished reading the book. Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? You want to do better, right? You want to do better, right? I can't believe this is real. I can't believe this is real. Your relatives were messengers. Your relatives were messengers. Is his stepbrother an optician? Is his stepbrother an optician? The characters feel like real people. The characters feel like real people. The Democrat and Republican candidate got into a heated argument. The Democrat and Republican candidate got into a heated argument. I just had lunch. I just had lunch. Are you new here? Are you new here? Do you have to do it at sunset? Do you have to do it at sunset? We hope to see you at the party. We hope to see you at the party. I will not specify. I will not specify. You shouldn't show it right away. You shouldn't show it right away. I understand to your worry. I understand to your worry. A penny for your thoughts. A penny for your thoughts. Are your siblings archaeologists? Are your siblings archaeologists? Can I get the dessert menu along with the bill? Can I get the dessert menu along with the bill? I will go for a walk. I will go for a walk. He is an expert in playing the guitar. He is an expert in playing the guitar. She wears a necklace every day. She wears a necklace every day. To the toilet this way. To the toilet this way. Their uncle is the jury. Their uncle is the jury. As you remember. As you remember. Your half-brother was a dietitian. Your half-brother was a dietitian. Couldn't he follow up now? Couldn't he follow up now? Was it the focus last year? Was it the focus last year? Was my sister a landlord? Was my sister a landlord? How much does a cup of tea cost? How much does a cup of tea cost? You will think for 10 years. You will think for 10 years. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. Didn't believe it. Didn't believe it. We swam in the pool all day. We swam in the pool all day. I need to be more organized. I need to be more organized. He did not provide monthly counseling. He did not provide monthly counseling. This is not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world. I was impressed by his dedication. I was impressed by his dedication. Are you limited every week? Are you limited every week? How many pictures are on the wall? How many pictures are on the wall? He didn't give a job. He didn't give a job. Won't I connect? Won't I connect? I'll meet you in the park. I'll meet you in the park. I was so caught up in this narrative. I was so caught up in this narrative. Can't he ride for 2 weeks? Can't he ride for 2 weeks? They were resting. They were resting. I'd like 2 tickets, please. I'd like 2 tickets, please. They go to work together. They go to work together. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? They were constantly arguing. They were constantly arguing. He is a compassionate caregiver. He is a compassionate caregiver. It's Jade's birthday on Saturday. It's Jade's birthday on Saturday. Does he have to calculate 2 weeks? Does he have to calculate 2 weeks? Pass by the park. Pass by the park. His brother is a sports announcer. His brother is a sports announcer. He is a student at the university. He is a student at the university. Isn't it often obtainable? Isn't it often obtainable? I'm very curious about this narrative. I'm very curious about this narrative. Asking for help is nothing to be ashamed of. Asking for help is nothing to be ashamed of. I can never finish. I can never finish. It was not removed last year. It was not removed last year. Doesn't he give orders? Doesn't he give orders? He is swimming in the pool. He is swimming in the pool. This is important to know. This is important to know. Doesn't he answer? Doesn't he answer? Our children were wrestlers. Our children were wrestlers. I have plenty of time. I have plenty of time. Should not catch. Should not catch. He is fishing by the lake. He is fishing by the lake. Did he mention last year? Did he mention last year? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? They hate cleaning their rooms. They hate cleaning their rooms. We have a spelling bee. We have a spelling bee. Is their stepmother an optician? Is their stepmother an optician? You look tired. You look tired. My flight was cancelled. My flight was cancelled. Would not organize. Would not organize. His colleague is the dean. His colleague is the dean. You're a student, aren't you? You're a student, aren't you? It has a positive effect. It has a positive effect. Can I go to the presentation? Can I go to the presentation? Can I have a glass of iced tea, please? Can I have a glass of iced tea, please? They would like to. They would like to. You will be a garbage man from time to time. You will be a garbage man from time to time. Fundraiser later, right? Fundraiser later, right? The cat is sleeping lazily. The cat is sleeping lazily. My friend read the letter. My friend read the letter. Which countries did you visit? Which countries did you visit? His grandson was Draper. His grandson was Draper. I miss you. I miss you. We watched a comedy program on television. We watched a comedy program on television. My mother was a race car driver. My mother was a race car driver. I'm optimistic about the future. I'm optimistic about the future. Does it need to be removed? Does it need to be removed? What is your favorite food? What is your favorite food? I need some help. I need some help. They are confident in their abilities. They are confident in their abilities. He is drawing a picture. He is drawing a picture. As far as I remember. As far as I remember. They need it done. They need it done. How spicy is this dish? How spicy is this dish? Is my stepbrother binding? Is my stepbrother binding? I wish I had studied more. I wish I had studied more. Should not thank 10 years. Should not thank 10 years. There is a family lounge with comfortable seating. There is a family lounge with comfortable seating. This painting is very valuable to me. This painting is very valuable to me. Can I have a glass of milk, please? Can I have a glass of milk, please? We are working on a project. We are working on a project. The report was completed on time. The report was completed on time. I want to buy a new car. I want to buy a new car. You didn't clean at noon. You didn't clean at noon. You've almost made it. You've almost made it. I shouldn't be playing weekly. I shouldn't be playing weekly. Is there a pharmacy nearby? Is there a pharmacy nearby? Did we do lumberjacking at noon? Did we do lumberjacking at noon? Shouldn't they escape soon? Shouldn't they escape soon? They can become senators immediately. They can become senators immediately. Was his stepfather a researcher? Was his stepfather a researcher? Your neighbor is a partner. Your neighbor is a partner. Could it have been locked 2 nights ago? Could it have been locked 2 nights ago? I'll buy you a daily visitor pass. I'll buy you a daily visitor pass. They will buy a new car soon. They will buy a new car soon. He hates studying for exams. He hates studying for exams. He will follow. He will follow. Mom, I messed up. Mom, I messed up. Where are you going? Where are you going? Does it have to be a speaker? Does it have to be a speaker? We didn't judge often. We didn't judge often. Can I taste this jam sample? Can I taste this jam sample? It might be a busy day at work. It might be a busy day at work. I have to study for a history exam on Monday. I have to study for a history exam on Monday. Is his stepbrother a pharmacist? Is his stepbrother a pharmacist? Can I get the gift receipt? Can I get the gift receipt? Is his friend a geographer? Is his friend a geographer? Can't we get it done soon? Can't we get it done soon? Their brother-in-law was a doorman. Their brother-in-law was a doorman. Can't we get it under control by noon? Can't we get it under control by noon? He's got a lot of homework to do. He's got a lot of homework to do. We couldn't come 2 days ago. We couldn't come 2 days ago. Is her mother-in-law a referee? Is her mother-in-law a referee?